Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, after sliding down this hill and eating shit harder than I have in a good long while, which is saying something because I eat shit all the time, we have arrived at a spillway that I'm not exactly sure you've ever seen before. Have I put this spillway in a video? I've fished it a couple times, but it's never really gone super well. I have caught some fish downstream and we might do that eventually, but for now we're gonna try the heavy current. We got some live green sunfish, we got some cut bluegill, and we got some night crawlers, and yeah, we're gonna see what's living here today. Stuffing things, pow. Alrighty, another day close to home, another day on call for maybe baby number 2 coming. Ashley's still feeling fine, but Ashley, Boo is still feeling fine. You guys are foggy, it rained this morning, and yeah, it's pretty moist. So we're only about 25 minutes from my house, and if Boo calls us, then we're gonna quit fishing and go help her to the hospital to have a baby. But enough about babies. There is big fish here. It is one of the heavier fished spillways in the area. It gets fished a lot. I'm surprised somebody's not here. There's actually some people on the other side cleaning up trash, which is awesome. There's a lot of cigar wrappers on this side. I might have to pick those up before I go, but someone must have been chain smoking because there's like 30 wrappers. But yeah, enough about cigars too. Hopefully we can catch something, and hopefully we can catch something big. We got the baits to do it, and yeah, we got a few hours. So worst case scenario, in a couple hours, if we're not doing good, we'll go downstream and see if we can't get some channel cats. But for now, we're gonna see if we can catch a big ass flathead. Sound good? Sounds good to me. Stuffing things, pow. I'm not even kidding. This was one of those falls that I wish I had my camera on, because I'm surprised I didn't break a pole or a bone. Let's start with live bait. It was a pretty serious slide. We didn't get a lot of rain, I don't think. I mean, I was sleeping, so I don't know how much rain we got, but it certainly did rain. And yeah, the mud is slippery. And this spot is also very, very snaggy. So I imagine we're gonna lose some tackle today, but hopefully we can catch a fish in the middle of losing tackle. But that's pretty deep. Felt like I threw it over like a branch or some shit though, so pretty much rest in peace to that 4-ounce weight, that hook, that swivel, and that leader. Rest in peace. This one we're just gonna go kind of out there. That side is like the non-danger zone. Eventually we might fish that side. This side is like ultra snaggy. But if you're gonna have the best chance of catching a flathead, you better be fishing by some snags, especially when you're fishing during the day. I know it looks like old RD, he fishes some like sandbars and stuff, but I think he does most of that at night. So we're gonna be throwing in some sketchy stuff. Cut bait we'll keep out of the sketchy stuff, try to catch a channel, or maybe a random flathead cruising around, and then night crawler we'll just throw it down here and hopefully we get something on it. I don't expect we're gonna catch a lot today, and if we do, they're gonna be small, but hopefully we get lucky and get something big. Or even just a lot of fish would be fine with me too. I'm not a picky man, especially with a baby coming. I wasn't a picky man before the baby was coming, but especially unpicky, because time is not gonna be as readily available as it has been. Pretty neat little spot though, eh? Kind of different looking than a lot of the spillways. A lot of the spillways can be very similar in appearance, but this one's kind of unique. I actually found another spillway that's pretty damn unique that I was planning on fishing instead of this one. But after talking to some people and reading a couple no trespassing signs, we ended up here. So I was trying to find like an off the beaten path spot that doesn't get fished constantly, but I failed. But I'm used to fishing very heavily fished places, so that's nothing new. We'll make the most of what we got and stuff. I got a fish on here. I didn't even know what was happening. I was just reeling in to do something else. It's on the other one though. It's on my other pole. I got a fish on the other pole. It's not even on this pole. What is happening? It is a flathead though. I'm reeling it in on this pole, but it's on the other pole. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? badass. I can't really even reel anymore. I got a mess, but finally got a flathead from this spot, and he's cool looking. And he also like puked his guts up. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this before. It's kind of disgusting, but I think they usually end up being okay. What a mess. I didn't even catch him on this pole. He was getting, they were both getting kind of bumped for like a long time, but it didn't really look like, yeah, it didn't really look like a fish. We're gonna have to get this guy back fast. This used to happen a lot at the lake with the lake flatheads that I caught. Like his stomach was completely out. He sucked it back in, but hey, not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna sit and look at him for a second. I'm not gonna set up my big camera because his guts were hanging out, but he got him back in there. And my big camera's dying. What a debacle, man. Haven't even been able to catch a fish on a night crawler. That has to be one of the prettier looking flatheads that I've ever seen. Old yellow bud. All right, we'll get him back. We will get him back, but oh, I don't know if you guys saw that, but his guts just went back down in there. They were like hanging completely out of his mouth though. What causes that? Well, obviously I hooked him in and he must have swallowed it first, but they like, I've never seen another fish really do it quite like flatheads. They like can puke their organs up. It's disgusting. I'm lucky I was recording for that. I was just going to recast one a little bit farther down, and yeah, looked like this green sunfish had been munched a while ago. Look at this mess though. Look at this absolute debacle. Absolute debacle. All right, see you in a couple hours when I figure this out. But badass though, man, badass. Been trying to catch flatheads a decent amount this year. Not like river certified hard, but like decently hard. And I haven't been really doing all that well. I think that's my 4th flathead of the year, 5th flathead of the year. I'm not really sure, but can't say I've ever reeled a flathead in on the wrong pole before. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that. This is an absolute disaster. Disaster. But I will take tangled line and a flathead over no tangled line and no flathead because, yeah, flatheads are awesome. They're pretty much my favorite. Let's try to get another one and stuff. Alrighty, got one of them back out. He was at, did I already say this? This guy was, yeah, I already said it. This guy was shallow, but also something I wanted to talk about is I was watching an old RD video lately. Is that where I had this pole? Aha. Aha. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know where I had this before, but this will work. But yeah, I was watching an old RD video lately, and the green sunfish have been like kind of freaking out. But right before that one made the little click that it did, both green sunfish were just going ballistic. And he said if they start going crazy like that and don't just get ate right away, it's probably a small fish. So I'm not going to say this too often, but Spencer was right. Actually, Spencer's right a lot, and I say it very often. He's very good at flathead fishing. About as good at flathead fishing as I am falling on rocks. Not quite though, but we did have to cut this hook off, so we'll get another hook going, another live bait. I never mentioned that we got rid of the cut bait, but yeah, we got rid of the cut bait. So yeah, get another bait back out and try again and stuff. That's a bite. We got it. Shoot. He still had it. I don't know what happened there. He had it engulfed. My weight stayed, but my bait came Came over here. That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. I was a little too jumpy. That was all my fault. I should have caught that fish. I wasn't really paying attention, you know. It's been a little while since I got a bite. So yeah, I was just staring at my phone, watching some bull crap. A lot of bull crap on your phone these days. A lot of bull crap on YouTube these days too. Why am I saying bull crap? It's bullshit. But yeah, I don't think it was a big fish, but I do think it was another flathead. It grabbed it from right there and swam kind of down this way. But it could have been a big fish because there's no marks on the green sunfish. So that means he was completely engulfed, which it's not that big of a green sunfish. So I don't know, another small one could probably engulf it like the first one engulfed it, but cleaned up a bag of trash. We got some Gatorade bottles. We got 15 cigar wrappers, actually probably closer to 20. I picked up a couple more in the parking lot. That's a lot of smoking. And I used to smoke a lot, and that's still a lot of smoking. 3 weeks now, no smoking, boys and girls. 3 weeks, hanging on, going strong. If you're debating quitting smoking, I recommend it. I feel a little bit better. It's not as noticeable as I expected, but I couldn't imagine chilling here and smoking 20 cigars and actually inhaling them. That sounds like death. Anyway, enough about smoking. We had opportunity number 2 about 3 hours in. I said I was only gonna stay right here for 2 hours, but I don't know. Boo hasn't called me and said she's going into labor, so I still got more time. And yeah, I just wanna try to catch another flathead before we go down river and catch some channels. It looks like Bud across the way has got a bite. He's throwing out chicken liver, it looks like. Maybe beef liver, because it was darker and didn't look as flimsy. He's got a bite right now. He got a bite earlier too, but he hasn't caught shit. Yeah, our bites are few and far between up here, so eventually we'll have to go downstream and see if we can find some dumb ones. I really wish I wouldn't have missed that fish, but like my weight stayed. The fish was over here. My rod was bending, I lifted up and it was like nothing because my weight hopped towards me, and then I reeled, and by the time I caught up to the fish over here, he was on to my dumb ass, that's for sure. He had me figured out, but both bites are in the same spot, so leave that one there and I don't know, go from there, downriver, something and stuff. Alrighty, boys and girls, we finally moved downriver. Never really fished right here. I usually fish a little bit farther down that way, but it's looking a little exotic down there. So we're just gonna try to bounce a little jig head night crawler through this area and see if we just can't catch our second fish of the day. Up there, it seemed like literally there was only flatheads, which is not a problem, but couldn't even catch something on a night crawler, which is extremely rare. Right when I walked up here, a couple big fish moved off the bank, and yeah, I just have this for now. There could be a flathead living up near that concrete stuff. Cinder blocks, slabs, I'm not really sure, but I just wanted to walk down here and kind of check depth, and it's not very deep, but it's probably deep enough. No, no, come out. Got it. Lost part of my crawler though. Just gonna kind of float this along, and then we might upgrade our arsenal for this spot here in a jiff. Pretty stoked to have caught the one flathead, but I'd like to catch a couple more fish before I go home. I mean, if it's gonna just be one, I mean, it might as well be a flathead, but still. Still. Seems like a spot though that I should just get wrecked by channel cats doing this. And it hasn't happened yet, so it's making me start to wonder. I was just getting ready to reel it in, and I got something, and it's not tiny, and it's only 10-pound test on the light pole again. I was just getting ready to reel it in. I think it ate it though. I don't think I ran into it because I didn't even get a reel in before it started just dumping. Am I recording? Look at me go. Damn overachiever with this camera on. All right, well, it took 4 casts down here to get fish number 2. Took 4 hours up there to get 2 bites. So sometimes going downriver is a good idea. Come on, tugboat Timmy. You ain't that big. For anyone who didn't see the last video, this pole is not the heaviest. It is very nice though. Got a little ice fishing reel on it. Little 1,000 size, 10-pound test. Then the old medium light. Yeah, maybe he's big. I don't think so though. He was just kind of right on this current seam right in there. That channel cat just fucking jumped. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? That was intense. I mean, I've seen channel cats get like ripped out of the water because you're pulling hard, but that dude legitimately did that all by himself. Cool. The old jig head crawler gets it done. Now, I did not throw a jig head crawler up by the dam, but it's a little too deep and a little too currenty for the jig head crawler, in my opinion. Jig head crawler is good in kind of these riffly shallow spots, and this dude shit his pants as he jumped. Like, I actually look kind of tasty. Kind of tasty, but also kind of muddy, so we'll let him go. We already did let him go, but we don't regret letting him go. All right, maybe we'll have to go get the live bait and chuck it up against the rocks and see if we can't get a random small flathead or something. But for now, I'm gonna see if I can get another bite doing this. And then eventually I have to go look and see if it's even physically possible to go down there and fish. I think I might just be closing this out with a jig head crawler. I haven't really decided. We'll see how it goes though. And stuff. Alrighty, boys and girls, I am giving up. It is hotter than a witch's titty out here, and I don't have any more water that's not 100 degrees just like the air. So I'm gonna go to the nearest anywhere but Casey's and get something cold to drink because I need it. But yeah, could have been worse. Picked up a bag of trash, caught our first flathead from here, which is actually kind of an accomplishment. Caught a pretty decent channel, and I ended up catching like a dozen or so little micro peen channels, but I probably, hopefully, maybe saved you the boredom of that. But yeah, it wasn't the most productive day ever, but it definitely could have been worse. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. I might try here again sometime soon, maybe buy some more live bait and come down and give it a whirl, but not anytime soon. I got a bunch of other spots that I have Google Map that I'm gonna try that are close to home that I've actually never tried, so we're gonna start with those. Hopefully they're not private, and hopefully there's not a no trespassing sign at each and every one of them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. I'm getting the hell out of here. See you later. Steph, thanks. Pow. Goodbye.